Maria was only 16 years old. She was the oldest of 8 children living in a small, worn-down house on the edge of town. When it rained, water dripped through the roof. During winter, the children slept wearing their coats because there wasn't enough money to buy firewood. Every morning, Maria watched her mother divide a single loaf of bread into tiny pieces. The youngest children always ate first. When there wasn't enough left, Maria would smile and quietly say, "I'm not hungry." But every night she went to bed with an empty stomach. One cold morning, her 5-year-old brother looked at her with hopeful eyes. "Maria, are we going to eat today?" She forced herself to smile. "Yes, I promise I'll find something." That promise changed her life. She walked through the town until she reached a small food stand where fresh pastries and bread were sold. She waited until the last customer had left. Then, with tears in her eyes, she quietly asked the owner, "I'm sorry for asking, but do you have anything you were going to throw away? My brothers and sisters haven't eaten since yesterday." The woman behind the counter froze. Her name was Mrs. Wilson. Instead of handing Maria leftovers, she filled a paper bag with fresh bread, warm pastries, and sandwiches. Maria stepped back. "I can't take this. I don't have any money." Mrs. Wilson smiled kindly. "Today, you're not my customer. Today, you're a child who needs someone to care." Maria thanked her again and again before running all the way home. The moment her younger brothers and sisters saw the bag, their faces lit up with joy. Her mother burst into tears. Her father lowered his head in silence. That evening, before Maria left, Mrs. Wilson called her back. "Tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock, be here. If you're willing to work hard, I'll give you your very first job." That night, Maria could barely sleep. She carefully washed the nicest dress she owned. She polished her old shoes as best she could. The next morning, she arrived almost an hour early. Mrs. Wilson smiled the moment she saw her waiting outside. From that day on, Maria worked harder than anyone. She cleaned, she served customers, she washed dishes. Then she learned how to knead dough, how to bake bread, how to prepare pastries. Most of all, she learned that every loaf of bread carried someone's story. When Mrs. Wilson offered her first paycheck, Maria said something unexpected. "Could you please keep half of my salary?" Mrs. Wilson looked surprised. "Why?" Maria smiled. "If I take all of it home, we'll spend it on food. One day I want to open my own bakery." Mrs. Wilson nodded. She never forgot those words. Years passed. Maria became the best employee in the bakery. She treated every customer with kindness because she remembered exactly what hunger felt like. On her 23rd birthday, Mrs. Wilson handed her a small envelope. Inside was every dollar Maria had asked her to save. But there was much more. Maria looked confused. "There must be a mistake." Mrs. Wilson smiled. "No mistake. The extra money is my investment in your dream. You've earned every dollar you saved. The rest is my way of saying that I believe in you." Maria couldn't hold back her tears. A few years later, she opened her own bakery. People loved her fresh bread and warm pastries. Soon it became the busiest bakery in town. But every evening before closing, Maria packed all the unsold bread into paper bags. Her employees often asked why she never threw anything away. She simply smiled. One rainy afternoon, a shy teenage girl stood outside the bakery. She hesitated before speaking. "I'm sorry. Do you have anything you were going to throw away? My little brothers haven't eaten since yesterday." Maria stood completely still. For a moment, she saw herself. The same fear, the same hunger, the same desperate hope. She filled a large paper bag with fresh bread, pastries, fruit, and sandwiches. The girl looked embarrassed. "I don't have any money." Maria smiled. "Neither did I." Then she gently placed a hand on the girl's shoulder. "Tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock, be here. If you're willing to work hard, I'll give you your very first job." The girl burst into tears. Years earlier, someone had changed Maria's life with those exact same words. Now, it was her turn to change someone else's. Sometimes all it takes is one act of kindness, one opportunity, and one person willing to believe in a child to change the future forever.